Nope, you can't put lipstick on a pig. On September 13th, 2008, the Capital Area Intermediate Unit dedicated what is now known as Hilltop Academy. From the attached pictures, you can see that not everyone thinks that Hilltop Academy is a good idea. And indeed, it is not. There is simply no way to make pretty the result that this building unduly segregates students, is in violation of both Oberta and IDEA, and will keep Pennsylvania a bottom feeder among the states, 46th in the implementation of the federal law. On review of the booklet provided at the dedication, the Coalition of Inclusion Advocates felt that it was of benefit to review what was written by the Capital Area Intermediate Unit and to provide some reality as to why Hilltop Academy is an expensive step and a regressive one. Interestingly, the only person who was rude to those of us in the pictures, including an 8-year-old child, was the owner of the building, the very person who is receiving well in excess of $600,000 per year in rental for this segregated facility. What the booklet says: 4 classrooms have private personal care areas. Reality: well, what's the matter that all students in the school can't use the same bathroom facilities as other students and faculty? Are they not worthy of occupying the same space as others who spend the day in that school? In the community or at home, most people have to avail themselves of the facilities that are available to everyone else. If students are being trained to live in the community, what is so important about having lots of bathrooms in the classrooms? Is it because, rather than being taught anything, they are going to spend the whole time being bathroomed? Looks like that just might be the case. That's great. Let's spend hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to have people go to the bathroom all day. That's just a great use of the taxpayers' dollars, and it's hard to understand how that is in any way respectful of the learning possibilities and time of those students. What the booklet says: 5 classrooms are designed for partial hospitalization classes to meet the mental health needs of the students. Reality: there are partial hospitalization programs all over Pennsylvania. In behavioral health circles, those are viewed as regressive models of service and are being replaced by opportunities to promote recovery and resiliency. From Jumpstart, for students with behavioral support needs, not only are they being segregated unduly, but are being provided a so-called model opportunity that is outdated and outmoded. Wonder how much that cost in dollars. And is there nothing that speaks to what the benefit to the students would be? Sounds like warehousing to us, but expensive warehousing in both dollars and human potential and outcome. Another example of regression. What the booklet says: the school mascot is a dog, a black lab to be specific. Reality: boy, that sends the message of energy and soaring outcomes. We all like dogs, but other than UGA at the University of Georgia, most schools have mascots that give impression of soaring or roaring on to new and great heights. Guess there's not much intention of giving the impression of high expectations, soaring or roaring, at Hilltop Academy. What the booklet says: the Life Skills Lab is designed to allow students to learn and practice activities of daily living. Reality: how kind. The students will be allowed to practice activities of daily living. Interesting. In 1972, Mark Gold, a research psychologist and professor of education at the University of Illinois, confirmed that students with the most significant needs do not transfer skills from artificial environments to the actual place where the behavior is expected to occur. Therefore, he concluded, along with hundreds of subsequent journal articles and accomplished professionals, that the only place to teach daily living skills to people who have significant learning challenges is in the place where you ultimately expect those behaviors to occur. So this is just great. Not only are they learning in a segregated place, but the ideas that are at least 35 years out of date. Some additional reality. The word skill or skills is not mentioned once in the dedication booklet. Why? Because this is not a skill-building, competency-developing environment that prepares students for the world that they may enter after the educational entitlement is over. On September 12, 2008, the day before the Hilltop dedication, DPW Deputy Secretary Kevin Casey announced that the plans to provide community opportunities for 463 people will be rescinded, along with other cutbacks to people with autism and others. So, if these students don't have real skill and competency building opportunities while in school, what indeed does happen to them when they graduate from Hilltop? They sit at home, and their parents have to quit work to sit at home with them. That is the answer, pure and simple. Hundreds of thousands of dollars to have people with no expectation, no skills, and sitting on the couch. The words specially designed services and supports are not mentioned once. That is because these students were never offered them in their home school. And we wonder why Pennsylvania is a bottom feeder among the other states. The very state that brought special education to the world is now 46th among the states, and the very existence of the thinking that went into Hilltop Academy is the reason why. Does it make sense to do something outdated over and over when you know that it does not work, never has worked, is enormously expensive, and is not what the law requires? This is why Pennsylvania is in federal court and will be paying lawyers forever. Let's never talk again about how expensive special education is. Hilltop Academy costs a fortune of money, and it is simply not necessary. But the former CAIU member who owns the building will now be compensated at well over $600,000 per year, and the builder from Dillsburg, Pennsylvania, all are making quite a good penny on the building. And we have not even discussed what it must cost to provide transportation to these students from Dauphin, Cumberland, Perry, and York counties. At the cost of gasoline, utilities, etc., this must be a pretty penny. If these decision makers were thinking that it is of cost benefit and student benefit, they would be upholding the law. They would be looking at providing a full range of specially designed services and supports to the students in their district, and as an added benefit, building the capacity of others who work for their district. They would have the attitude that all kids are welcome in our community and our schools, and it is up to us as adults to establish normative behavior. But alas, no, that is not how they think. If they have some discomfiture with students with certain disabilities, they must go to some other place and then assuage their conscience that it is for their own good. It is not for anyone's good, and the Coalition for Inclusion Advocates is going to remind the Governor, the Secretary of Education, the Capital Area Intermediate Unit, the Director Area of the Capital Area Intermediate Unit, the President and the Board of Directors of the Capital Area Intermediate Unit, and the offending school districts that we would hold you forever responsible for the major mistakes you are making and the long-term impact that it will have on the lives of the students currently enrolled at the Hilltop Academy. There is no way you can put lipstick on this pig and make her pretty. The buildings of today are indeed constructed on the forgotten foundations of yesterday. Words to reflect as we watch the images of Hilltop Academy and the images from yesterday. There is no way you can put lipstick on this pig and make her pretty. There is, however, a way to do it where all children are indeed together.